Look, we just got a little bit here. I've been so busy since this morning. There's video that just popped up. I had actually put it on this morning. And I thought, well, nobody's commenting, because when y'all comment, it pops up on my phone. So I got to look and I couldn't find it. For some reason, it had been put to private. So I had to go in and put it to public. So that's why you're seeing it now. It was actually put up this morning. I tell you. Things gets turned around and everything else. It's all over the place. Okay. Look at how much. Oh, I've had a busy day. I got my yard mowed. Got my refrigerator straightened up. Everything taken out, put back in. It was a mess. Only because I just need 2 of these. Well, 4 come out. I'd open the refrigerator and just stick stuff in. And then didn't have it in right. Instead of putting it in right. I can't quit yawning. I see me and Bella going to bed early. I go to bed, not to go to sleep, but to rest. And then I'll fall asleep. I usually lay there playing games on my phone. I'm going to look at Walmart and see if they have those little tablets that I can just use to play games on. That way, I won't take up space on my phone. And I use my big tablet that my sister got me. I use it for nothing but to do the video YouTube channel, because I try to keep the space clean on it. I know Walmart has like these little cheap ones, because I got my sister one who couldn't hear. I got her one for Christmas one year because she liked playing games. And that way, she could download games. Oh, there's one missing here. And let me see what it is. But that's the plan for now. Okay, 31. I go, no, right there. Just need 1. This is coming along so nice. I'm really liking it. But once again, in there, I really am liking it. If I just look at it here, it looks like a hot mess. But that's okay. Because when I hold it out like this, it's like, wow. Look. It's coming to life. Okay, I'm going to turn it around so I can start working here. Okay. Let's do 2. Me and Bella went outside and said for a long time with the neighbor. She's highly allergic to cats. Well, we've got a bunch of stray cats. People move off here. I think it's terrible. People will move off and just open door and throw their pets outside. I think it's terrible on those poor little animals. If you can't take it with you and love it, don't get it. That just burns me up. People do that. So, she's highly allergic. I mean, she chokes up. She has to go to the hospital and get shots and stuff. Well, there's been a cat come and get on her cushions. And she come out and sat down, and as soon as she did, oh man, she choked up. I felt so bad for her. But it's because people won't take responsibility of their pet. And yeah, they move it off. They just open the door, let it go. And of course, you can't take it in because you're only allowed one pet. Of course, she called game warden because she wanted to find a home. They never show up. And of course, she can't help it. But she's highly allergic to cats. And, I mean, it's bad. She can't breathe. Yeah. So, it's serious for her. I had a cat when we lived in Glasgow. When it was a kitten, I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. It was Siamese Persian. He was beautiful, had cream color hair, very long, big blue eyes, just gorgeous cat. But he was so mean to the other cats. Oh, it was terrible. He would run up a tree and knock him out, and he'd be sitting up there. I'd be standing down underneath the tree screaming, and Puff, don't you dare, don't you do that. And he'd smack, 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 till he'd knock him out. He was mean. So when I moved in with my sister, and she lived in Bowling Green. The neighbor that lived beside me out in the country, he would go over to her house and she'd buy that fancy feast cat food. She'd buy that expensive stuff. So when she found out that I was moving, she said, "Are you going to take him?" I said, "If you want him, you can have him." Because he'd go over there and they'd bring him in the house. I got to missing him, went looking for him. He's all laid up on her couch. So I gave him to her. Now I had his son, and let me tell you, he was just as mean. He was a beautiful cat too. But Puff was mean, but he was beautiful. And so he was just a lovey cat. Except to other cats. He was mean to other cats. I'm gonna cut this because this is short and it keeps wanting to flop back in my way. There. But he was pretty. Now his mom, she was Siamese. I got her. She is 6 weeks old. I was at a yard sale. Now, at this time, I could live where I was living. You could have as many pets as you want, because I had cuteness. And I think my son had a dog called Baby. And I brought her home. She was the best cat. I named her Kit, of course. She was a good cat. Okay. So had several animals over the years. Had a lot of dogs and cats. Didn't start having an inside dog until I got asthma, and the doctor told my mom to get a Chihuahua, and it would take care of the asthma. Now you're going to think I'm lying, but when we got that little Chihuahua, I didn't have no more asthma attacks. He lived to be 20 years old. His name was Tiny. And yeah, he was so old when he got arthritis, and I took him to the vet, and I said, should I have him put to sleep? And he said, well, let me check him. He said, look, he's got a strong, strong heart to be as old as he is. Just let him live his time out. But he had a heat stroke. Yeah, think about it. Chihuahuas loves the heat, but he had a heat stroke at 20 years old, and so I had to put him down. My dad had built me and my sister these pine jewelry boxes. They were just boxes to put our jewelry in, and that's what I buried him in. Because when my daddy went to the hospital, hold up, I got to get drunk. When my daddy went to the hospital for lung cancer, he is laying there up there, and he said, can you bring Tiny to see me? I said, Daddy, they won't. This is ICU. They won't let me bring him in here. He said, please bring him to see me. Tiny was spoiled worse than her. Can you believe that? You'd hold him, put him in a blanket and hold him. You could carry him like a baby. He'd never move. So that's what I did. My daddy wanted to see him. I was going to take him up there. And he was thrilled to see him. And my dad, 2 or 3 days later, passed away. So you know what? I'm glad I took him up there. Because my dad wanted to see that little dog, and who was I to tell him no? He had lung cancer. My dad had emphysema really bad, because I remember when we lived in the trailer, after he had the stroke, you'd be at one end and he'd be at the other end. You could hear him breathing, but he never went on oxygen. My dad was a very tough man. And I realized it after I got kidney stones, because he had kidney stones so bad that it set up urine poison because it had stopped one of his kidneys. You know, we didn't know his kidneys wasn't working. He went to check on Winter, my German Shepherd, because he was barking in the woods. Now, Winter never barked. He was not a barker. So that was unusual. Daddy said, I'm going to go see what's wrong, because there's something wrong. And when he come back and sat on the bed, he fell backwards and had a massive stroke. We got him to the hospital, and they found out he had urine poison, and his kidneys had not been acting. Well, they hadn't been acting for so long. That's what caused the urine poison. And what had happened, the kidney stone had stopped the kidneys. So when I get kidney stones and these doctors wants to play around, man, I get them on the ball because I've seen what it does done to my daddy. But he never complained about hurting. And boy, you let me get a kidney stone. Oh, I remember the first time I got kidney stones. It was hurting. I thought, what is this? And I didn't know. And so I just thought, oh, it's going to get better. I'm always that way. Oh, it'll get better. Oh, but 2 o'clock that morning, I was in so much pain. When I got to the emergency room, they said, you've got kidney stone. But later on, the kidney specialist found out it's my gout. When my gout flares up and my urine acid gets too high, that's what causes my kidney stones. So I have to watch my gout so I can keep control of my... Oh, I'm burning up. You know how we are, women, ladies. You know how we are. Woo, gotta have it. It hit us like that, and it's like, get me a fan. I still say those little $5 USB port fans from Walmart is the best. They put out the best air to be so little. I was skeptical. Yeah, that's the word. But boy, they are nice. My daddy laid brick, rock, and block. And I would help him. And my job was to keep the block to him. Well, you know, you're young. You think you can whip the world. So I put my arms through one block and pack another block. So I'd have 2 concrete blocks on both arms. Now it's like, now I know why I have back trouble. God didn't make us women to be that way. We've turned ourselves into that. And I'm not saying women can't do it. Women can do it. I've done it. That's not what I'm saying. Before you throw a fit. So I'm going to cut you off at the pass before you start it. Of course, my daddy's theory was hard work never killed no one. Well, you know what? It might not kill us, but it sure will break us down quick. I made these little top ones really small, but I didn't want them to. That's crooked. That's why it looks like, yeah, that's crooked. I was uptown today. Now, I totally trust the Lord. And I want to just say that up front before I start this. I was uptown. This woman needed a ride. And so I said, yeah, I'll take you home. Did I know her? I didn't have a clue who she was. Not a clue. But most of the people standing there couldn't drive. So but I think it was a God thing. Because when I got her home, she sat in the car. And I was a stranger. She didn't have a clue who I was. She just unloaded. The woman, I think, just needed somebody to say, I'm listening. She unloaded and told me her whole life story. Her kids, her ex-husband, her whole life story. And I was standing there thinking, I'm a total stranger. This poor woman just needs to vent. So you never know who you're going to help throughout the day by just listening. Because sometimes people just need you to listen to them. And that's what she was. She was just needing somebody to listen. So, so just a smile sometimes makes somebody's day. Because you never know what the person beside you is going through. You never know. So that's why I always push, let's be kind. Because who knows, someday you might need somebody just to say, to just smile at you. 24. This whole world's got enough hate without adding to it. Okay, we got that one done. And look what time it is. I got busy talking, wasn't paying no attention. I think that thing is wrong. I can sit here and dye my paint all day, and time goes slow. As soon as I hit record, that time goes swoop. Yeah. So, you guys, thank you for spending some time with me. You guys are just the best. Don't let anybody tell you you're not. You're the best. Thank you for just being here, being a friend, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the bomb, okay? God bless you. You hang in there, and I will see you in the morning. Have a great night. Bye, guys.